Hi guys, I'm Zach with ZD Productions. Thanks for joining me for today's story tip. Now, in today's video, we're going to be talking about some things you can be doing to help you conduct better, more effective interviews. Now, I'm sure many of you are having to shoot video for the first time right now. You're now the ones that have to ask people the questions to get them to give you some responses that you can use in your videos. This can be a little intimidating, not only for the person you're talking to, but also for you personally. So I want to give you some ideas that you can use in your next interview to help not only you feel more comfortable, but also the person you're talking to. Now, tip number one is build rapport with the person you're going to be interviewing beforehand. So this can be the day before, this can be a few days before. Call them up on the phone, do a quick Zoom conference with them, and just talk to them. Introduce yourself, talk to them about their story, and talk to them about who they are. This is not so much for them to be practicing what they're going to be saying on camera to you, as it is for them to get to know you and you to get to know them. Now's that time to start building that rapport with that person. That way, when it comes time for the actual interview, you already know one another. You already have all that preliminary stuff out of the way, and you can dive straight into their story. Tip number two is make them feel comfortable. This starts even back when you're having that first phone call with them, but it continues on when you meet them for the interview. When the person arrives before the actual interview, this is the time to talk to them about anything but the questions you're going to be asking them when the cameras are rolling. Talk to them about the process, reassure them that, hey, this is just a conversation. They don't need to have anything memorized. There's no script they have to stick to. They just need to be focused on talking to you. During the actual interview, you need to make sure to maintain eye contact with the person as they're talking to you. This means even if you've created a list of questions that you want to ask them, don't be constantly looking down at the notes, writing stuff down as they're talking. This is a time for you to be connected with them, because the more you connect with them, the more they're going to connect with you, and the more the audience is going to connect with the story that they're telling. Tip number three is be nosy. I don't mean this as trying to find out every single detail about their life, whether it's pertinent or not to the story you're looking for. I mean, be inquisitive, be interested in what they're talking about, be open-minded, that while they're telling their story, there could be other questions you could ask that could open up whole new avenues into their life and their experience that you had no idea about. Some of the most impactful stories that we have created, we didn't even start out trying to create. We were going in one direction until we were in the middle of the interview, and as we're talking with the person, it suddenly hits us that, you know what? The direction we're going, that was great and all, but this direction over here, this story that this person has experienced, that's the story that we need to capture. So you need to be able to pivot, even in the middle of an interview. Remember, an interview is a conversation. Even if you have cameras and lights and other gear around, it comes down to a conversation between you and the person that you're talking to. We don't even like to call them interviews when we're talking with people, because they get this idea of the Barbara Walters on TV, sitting down, interviewing heads of state. The interviews that we conduct are simply conversations. We're simply talking to people about their life, about their experiences. You want to provide a space for the person that you're talking to be their authentic self. Because the more authentic they can be on camera, the more your audience is going to relate to their story and connect with it.